Welcome to Easy Job English. I'm Ash.
And I'm Sage. We're really glad you're here today.
So, Sage, Monday morning, office kitchen, coffee in hand.
Oh, yes, that is my exact situation right now. Coffee, quiet corner, just breathing.
Same. I got in early today. The office is still pretty empty.
I love that. Before the emails start, before the meetings start.
Exactly. Just quiet. Just coffee.
This is honestly my favorite part of the workday.
Mine too. You know what I was thinking about this morning, Sage?
What?
I was thinking about how hard it is sometimes to talk about your job in English.
Oh, yes, that is so real.
Like, someone asks you a simple question at work, and suddenly your English just disappears.
The brain goes quiet. You know the answer, but the words feel far away.
That exact feeling. I've been there.
Me too, Ash, many times.
And that's actually what we're talking about today.
Exactly. Talking about your job in English without fear.
Simple conversations, real workplace moments.
The kind you have every single day with your manager, with your team, with someone new.
And if you're listening right now, maybe on your way to work, maybe at your desk, maybe resting after a long day,
Just listen. There's no pressure, no test, no rush.
listening is already learning. You're already doing it.
Just settle in. We'll take it slowly, together.
So, Sage, I saw something this morning while I was waiting for my coffee to finish.
Oh, what was it?
There was this article, a short one, about a big trend at work right now.
A work trend.
Yes, more and more companies are doing something called a skills review.
Oh, a skills review. Interesting.
Have you heard that phrase before? Skills review?
I have, yes. A skills review is when your company looks at what you can do.
Right, your skills, what you're good at, what you know.
And sometimes what you still need to learn.
Exactly. It's like a check, a work check.
And the article said companies are doing more of these?
Yes, a lot more, especially now because work is changing so fast.
That makes sense. New tools, new systems, new ways of doing things.
And companies want to know, do our people have the right skills for this?
So they review them.
Right, a skills review.
Let's say that together. Skills review.
Skills review.
Go ahead. Say it with me. Skills review.
Nice and slow. Skills review.
Perfect. That's a real phrase, a useful one.
You might hear it at your job, in a meeting, from your manager.
We're doing a skills review next month.
I have my skills review on Friday.
Simple sentences, real situations.
And the second word from that article, Sage, do you remember what we talked about last week about that word?
Which one?
Feedback.
Oh, yes, feedback, of course.
Feedback is so common at work, in English especially.
Feedback means the comments someone gives you about your work.
Good comments or suggestions to improve. Both are feedback.
Your manager might say, "Can I give you some feedback?"
Or, I have some feedback about that report.
And feedback is not something to be afraid of.
Right. Feedback helps you grow. It helps you get better.
Even when it's hard to hear, even when it's uncomfortable.
Exactly. Feedback is normal at work. It's a good thing.
So we have two useful words today, skills review and feedback.
We'll use them naturally. You'll hear them again in our conversation.
Just listen. You don't need to write anything down. Just let the words settle.
And if you hear them and think, oh, I've heard that before, that's good. That's progress.
Okay, so Ash, let me ask you something.
Sure.
Has your company ever done a skills review?
Yes, we did one about 6 months ago.
How was that?
Honestly, a little scary at first.
Really?
Yes, my manager asked me to prepare. She said, please list your main skills, the things you do well.
Oh, just like that?
Just like that. And I remember sitting at my desk thinking, where do I even start?
That feeling is so familiar, Ash.
right? Like, I know I do my job, but explaining it in words, in a meeting,
That's the hard part.
especially in English when it's not your first language.
You have to think in two ways at the same time about your job and about the language.
Exactly. It's a lot.
So, what did you do?
I wrote things down first, just simple phrases, short ones.
Smart. That really helps.
Things like, I manage the project schedule. I communicate with the client. I support the team.
Those are great, simple, clear.
And once I had those written down, saying them felt much easier.
Because your brain wasn't doing everything at once.
Right, the words were already there. I just had to say them.
That's a really good tip, Ash, for anyone who has a skills review coming up.
Or any meeting, really. Prepare a few short phrases first.
Write them down, say them quietly before you go in.
It doesn't need to be perfect, just prepared.
Exactly. Preparation is calming.
And listeners, do you have something like this at your job? A review? A check-in with your manager?
Think about that for a moment. Just think. No pressure.
How would you describe your work in English? What do you do every day?
We'll help you with that today, step by step.
Very slowly. No rush at all.
Okay, so Ash, let's talk about something really basic first.
Sure, what's that?
Just describing your job, simply, in one or two sentences.
Oh, the classic question. What do you do?
Yes. What do you do for work?
That question that makes everyone a little nervous.
It really does. Even confident people sometimes freeze on that one.
Because there's so much you could say. Where do you start?
Right. Your whole job in a few sentences, it feels hard.
But it doesn't have to be long. That's the thing.
A short, clear answer is better than a long, confused one.
Exactly. Short, clear, confident.
So let me ask you, Ash, for practice, what do you do?
Sure. I'm a project coordinator. I help my team manage deadlines. I work at a logistics company.
Perfect. 3 sentences, that's all.
Job title, what I do, where I work.
Simple structure, very easy to follow.
Anyone can use it. Any job, any industry.
Let's break it down. First sentence, your job title.
I'm a project coordinator. I'm a sales assistant. I'm a data analyst.
Just say your title. Simple. 1 sentence.
Second sentence, what you do, your main task.
I help my team. I manage the schedule. I support the clients. I create reports.
These are action words. Help, manage, support, create.
Very common in English workplaces.
Easy to remember, easy to use.
And third sentence, where you work.
I work at a logistics company. I work in a bank. I work at a hospital. I work from home.
3 sentences, job title, what you do, where you work.
That's your base, your starting point.
And once you have those 3 sentences, you can breathe.
Because the hard part is done. The rest is just conversation.
Exactly. And Sage, let me ask you now.
Sure.
What do you do?
I'm a customer support specialist. I help customers solve problems with our products. I work at a software company.
Nice. See how natural that sounds?
And I didn't need complicated English for that.
Simple words, real sentences.
Short and clear is always better than long and confusing.
Always. At work especially.
And listeners, do you use English to describe your job, at work, or when you meet someone new?
Is that hard for you? Think about it. It's okay if the answer is yes.
A lot of people find it hard. You're not alone in that.
The fear is real, but it gets smaller with practice, with time.
Slowly, quietly, it gets easier.
Okay, Ash, let's talk about something else now. Something that happens a lot at work.
What's that?
Small talk. Office small talk.
Oh, yes. The conversations before the meeting starts.
Or in the kitchen, like this morning.
Or at the beginning of a call. Those first 2 minutes.
When nobody is talking about work yet, just talking.
And for a lot of people, that part is actually harder than the actual work conversation.
Yes, because there's no script, no agenda, just words.
You can't prepare for it the same way.
Right. So what do you do?
Well, I think the key is keep it simple and ask questions.
Yes, ask questions.
People love to talk about themselves, so if you ask, they will talk.
And you can just listen and respond simply.
Exactly. You don't need to say much, just keep it moving.
So let's do one. A small talk moment at the start of a workday.
Okay, I'll start.
Sure.
Morning, Sage. How was your weekend?
Pretty quiet, actually. I stayed home mostly. How about you?
Same. I rested. It was really nice.
Good. Did you do anything special?
I went for a walk on Sunday, just around the neighborhood. Nothing big.
That sounds really nice. I need to do more of that.
You should. It helps, especially before a busy week.
Definitely. Do you have a lot going on this week?
Yeah, we have a team meeting on Wednesday and a deadline on Friday.
Oh, that's a full week.
Yes, but it's okay. We'll manage.
Let's stop there for a second. Did you notice anything?
Very short sentences, simple questions.
And we talked about real things. Weekend, walk, meeting, deadline.
Nothing complicated, nothing forced.
And listeners, those exact phrases work at any job, any office, any team.
How was your weekend? Did you do anything special? Do you have a lot going on this week?
Write those down if you want, or just listen again later.
Just let them sit in your mind. They'll come out when you need them.
And you know what phrase I really like from that? We'll manage.
Oh, yes, we'll manage.
It means it will be okay. We can handle it.
It's calm, it's professional, it's honest.
And you can use it so many times at work.
It's a busy week, but we'll manage.
The deadline is tight, but we'll manage.
I love that phrase.
Me too. Simple, real, calm.
Okay, so Sage, let's talk about something a bit more serious. Talking to your manager.
Oh, yes, that's a big one.
For a lot of people, talking to their manager in English is the most stressful part of the job.
Completely. Because you want to be clear, you want to be professional, you want to make a good impression.
And all of that pressure makes the words disappear.
Or come out wrong.
Yes, you say something and immediately think, that wasn't what I meant to say.
That feeling, I know it too well.
So what helps, Sage?
A few things. First, prepare before you talk to your manager.
Know what you want to say, even just the main point.
One main point, not 5, just 1.
Right, keep it focused.
Second, use simple, direct sentences.
I need help with something. I have a question. I wanted to update you on the project.
Those are all good opening lines.
They're direct, they're clear, they open the door to a conversation.
And third, don't apologize too much before you speak.
Oh, that's a big one.
Yes, a lot of people say, sorry, I know you're busy. Sorry for bothering you. Sorry if this is a dumb question.
And it makes you sound less confident than you are.
Exactly. You can be polite without apologizing 5 times.
Instead of sorry to bother you, try do you have a moment?
That's polite, but strong, not apologetic.
Do you have a moment? That's such a useful phrase.
Use it all the time, with anyone at work.
Let's try a short example, talking to a manager.
Okay, you be the manager.
Sure.
Good morning, do you have a moment?
Of course. What's up?
I wanted to update you on the report. I finished the first part. I'll finish the rest by Thursday.
Great. Is there anything you need from me?
Actually, yes. I have a question about the data. Could you check it when you have time?
Sure. Send it over and I'll take a look.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And let's stop there. See how calm that was?
No panic, no confusion, just clear, simple communication.
Update, question, request. 3 things, done.
And the manager felt informed, not overwhelmed.
That's the goal. Keep it short, keep it clear.
And notice the phrase, I appreciate it.
Very professional, very warm.
Better than just thanks. A little more formal, a little more polished.
I appreciate it. Try saying that once today.
Even in your head, just practice it.
Okay, let's take a small breath here.
Just a moment.
Just listen. No pressure. Take your time.
You're doing well. Just being here, listening, that's progress.
English grows slowly, and that's completely okay. So, let's come back to those words we talked about earlier. Skills review and feedback.
Yes, let's use them in a conversation now.
Real office conversation about a skills review.
Okay, I'll start.
Sure.
Good morning. Did you hear the company is doing a skills review next month?
Yes, my manager mentioned it this morning. I'm a little nervous, to be honest.
Why nervous?
I'm not sure what to say when they ask me about my skills. My mind just goes blank.
I understand that, but think about it. You do a lot every day.
I know, but saying it out loud in English in front of my manager, that part is hard, right?
Very. What did you do when you had yours?
I just focused on 2 or 3 things, the main things I do every day.
Like what? Give me an example.
I manage the project schedule, I communicate with the clients, I support the team when there are problems.
Okay, those are good. Clear.
And the key is short sentences. Don't try to explain everything.
Right, just the main points.
And when they give you feedback, just listen. Don't defend yourself immediately.
Just listen first?
Yes, let them finish. Then ask a question if you need to.
Like what kind of question?
Like, could you give me an example? Or, what would you suggest?
Oh, those are good.
They show you're open, you're learning, you're not afraid of feedback.
And that makes a very good impression.
Exactly. Managers respect people who receive feedback well.
Even if it's hard to hear?
Even then, especially then.
Okay, let's pause on that word again. Feedback.
Feedback.
Say it with me. Feedback.
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 Nice. One more time, naturally. Feedback.
Feedback.
Good. And can you use it in a sentence?
Sure. My manager gave me some feedback on my presentation.
Perfect. Or, I asked my team for feedback on the new plan.
Or, the feedback was really helpful.
All real, all natural, all things you could say tomorrow at work.
Listeners, have you received feedback at your job before?
Think about that. Was it easy to respond in English, or was it hard?
It's okay if it was hard. That's normal.
The words will come more easily with time, with listening, with practice.
And you don't need to be perfect. You just need to be clear.
Clear is enough. Clear is professional.
Okay, Sage, let me ask you something about deadlines. Oh, deadlines, yes.
Because that's another huge part of work conversations. In English.
The deadline is one of the most common words at work in any language.
And in English, people talk about deadlines a lot. In emails, in meetings, in casual chat.
The deadline is tomorrow. Can we move the deadline? I missed the deadline.
All very common. All important to know.
And sometimes the deadline conversation is stressful.
Very stressful because there's pressure attached to it.
So, how do you talk about deadlines calmly in English?
I think the key is being honest, early.
Early?
Yes, if you know there's a problem, say it early. Don't wait.
Because waiting makes it worse.
Much worse. Your manager will be more understanding if you say it early.
Right, and in English, you can say it simply.
For example, I'm working on it, but I might need more time.
That's honest. It's not an excuse, it's an update.
Or, I'll finish most of it by the deadline. The final part might take one more day.
That shows responsibility. That shows you're on top of it.
And managers respect that a lot.
More than finding out at the last minute.
Always. Let's do a quick example. Deadline conversation.
Okay, go ahead.
Hey Sage, how's the project report going?
It's going okay, Ash. I finished the main sections, but the data part is taking longer than I expected.
How much longer do you need?
Maybe one extra day. I want to make sure it's correct.
Okay, so you can finish by Wednesday instead of Tuesday?
Yes, is that okay?
I think so. Let me check with the team and I'll let you know.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
No problem. Let me know if you need anything.
I will. Thanks, Ash.
And stop there. Let's look at that.
Very calm, very honest, no drama.
Just an update, a small request, a solution.
And notice, I want to make sure it's correct. That's a great phrase.
It shows you care about quality, not just speed.
Managers love that. I want to make sure it's correct. Try saying that.
Say it with me. I want to make sure it's correct.
I want to make sure it's correct.
Good. Slow and natural.
Very useful. Very professional.
Write it down if you can, or just remember it. It will come when you need it. Okay, Sage, let's talk about something that happens all the time, that people find really hard.
What's that?
Talking in meetings. Speaking up in a group.
Oh, yes, that is so difficult.
Even for people whose first language is English.
Truly, because there are so many people and the conversation moves fast.
And by the time you're ready to say something, the topic has already changed.
That is so real, Ash. I've been there many times.
And you just sit there, quietly, with your thought that nobody heard.
And you feel a little invisible.
Yes, exactly like that.
So what can you do?
First, prepare 1 or 2 things to say before the meeting.
Simple things, reactions, updates, questions.
I agree with that. That's a good point. I have a question about the timeline.
Small contributions, but they matter.
They show you're present, you're engaged.
And you don't need to say something big. Something small is enough.
And second, when you're ready to speak, use an opener,
An opener?
a phrase to start before your main point.
Like what?
Can I add something? I just wanted to mention. Actually, I think
Oh, those are really good.
they buy you a second. They signal, I have something to say. Please listen.
And people will stop and they will listen.
Because you asked for the space, politely.
Can I add something? That's so simple and it works.
Every time. Let's do a meeting moment. Short one.
Sure. Imagine we're in a team meeting. I'll be the manager.
Okay.
So we have the new client project starting next week. Any thoughts?
Can I add something?
Of course, Sage.
I just wanted to mention the client asked for weekly updates. I can handle that if it helps.
That's perfect. Yes, thank you.
And I have one question. What is the deadline for the first report?
Good question. Let's say end of the month for the first draft.
Great. I will put that in the schedule.
Excellent. And stop there.
See? Short, clear, useful.
I offered to help. I asked one question. I said one next step.
And that is a great meeting contribution.
You don't need to say a lot. You need to say something useful.
Something that moves the team forward.
And I'll put that in the schedule. That's such a professional phrase.
I'll put that in the schedule. Say it once.
I'll put that in the schedule.
Good. Calm and organized. That's how it sounds.
Perfect phrase for any office, any team. Okay, let's have a moment. Just breathe.
Take a second. No pressure.
Just listen to our voices, the rhythm of the conversation.
Notice how we don't rush, how we take pauses.
That's how real English sounds at work. Not fast, not perfect, just natural.
And you can speak that way too. You already are, in your own language.
English is just one more layer, a layer that grows slowly.
And it grows every time you listen, every time you try, every time you forgive yourself for a small mistake.
Mistakes are part of the job for everyone.
Even people who speak English every day make mistakes.
Every single day.
The goal is not perfection. The goal is communication.
Clear communication. That's all.
Okay, Sage, let's talk about one more big work situation. Introducing yourself.
Oh, a classic. The first day, the new team, the new meeting,
Would you like to introduce yourself?
and everyone looks at you.
And your heart rate immediately goes up.
Yes, that moment. I know it so well.
So how do you handle it?
Same structure we talked about before, but a little more personal.
Job title, what you do, one small personal thing.
That personal thing matters a lot
Why?
because it makes you human, not just an employee.
Right. It gives people something to connect with.
So instead of just, I'm Sage, I work in customer support, you add one more line.
Like what?
Like, I'm Sage, I work in customer support, I've been with the company for 2 years, I really enjoy helping clients find solutions.
That last sentence, I enjoy helping clients find solutions.
It tells people something real about you, who you are, not just what you do.
And people remember that. Let me try one. Hi, everyone. I'm Ash. I'm a project coordinator. I help the team manage timelines and client communication. I've just joined this team, and I'm looking forward to working with all of you.
Perfect. That last part. I'm looking forward to working with you.
Great phrase for any new start.
Very warm, very professional.
Let's say it together. I'm looking forward to working with you.
I'm looking forward to working with you.
Nice, slow, natural.
That phrase will serve you well in many situations.
New job, new team, new project, new client.
Always useful, always kind.
Okay, let's now talk about something a bit different. What happens when you don't understand something at work, in English?
Oh, this is so important.
Because it happens a lot, especially early on.
Someone says something in a meeting, you're not sure what they meant.
Or an email comes in and one sentence is confusing.
Or your manager gives you feedback and one part isn't clear.
What do you do?
A lot of people just nod and pretend they understood.
And then go back to their desk confused.
And sometimes make mistakes because they didn't really understand. And that creates more problems later.
So the better choice is ask.
Ask, even if it feels uncomfortable.
Even if you're a little nervous.
Because asking shows engagement. It shows you care about doing the work correctly.
And there are very professional, polite ways to ask.
Like, could you say that again, please?
Very simple, very polite.
Or, I want to make sure I understand. Could you explain that part again?
That one is great because it shows effort, not confusion.
You're not saying, I didn't get it. You're saying, I want to make sure.
That's the professional framing.
Or, just to confirm, you mean, and then you repeat what you think you heard.
That one is so useful. Let me try it.
Okay, I'll give you some feedback. Ready?
Ready.
The report looks good overall, but I think the second section needs more data. The client will want to see numbers.
Just to confirm, you mean I should add some statistics to section 2?
Exactly. Yes.
Great. I'll do that today.
Perfect. See? That confirmation question made everything clear.
No confusion, no guessing, just a simple check.
And your manager will respect that. They will appreciate it because it means fewer mistakes later and better work.
Just to confirm, you mean is one of the most useful phrases in professional English.
Use it often. It will become natural very quickly.
Okay, let's come back to our skills review topic one more time.
Yes, because there's one more part of it we haven't talked about.
What's that?
Talking about what you want to learn, your development.
Oh, yes, a lot of skills reviews include that.
What skills do you want to develop? What are your goals for this year?
Those questions, which can feel very abstract.
Very hard to answer, especially in English.
But if you break them down, they become simpler.
How do you break them down?
Think about your daily work. What do you struggle with?
Or what do you want to get better at?
And say it simply. I want to improve my presentation skills.
I want to get better at writing reports.
I'd like to learn more about the new system.
Short, honest, professional.
And here's one more good phrase. I'm working on.
Oh, I love that one.
I'm working on my communication with clients. I'm working on managing my time better.
It shows progress, not just a problem.
You're not saying, I'm bad at this. You're saying, I'm working on it.
That's a confident, professional way to talk about growth.
I'm working on it. Say that with me.
I'm working on it.
I'm working on it.
Good. Calm, positive, real.
Okay, Sage, we've talked about a lot today.
We have. Let me just think through it for a second.
Take your time.
We talked about describing your job. 3 sentences. Title, what you do, where you work.
We talked about small talk, Short questions, simple responses.
We talked about talking to your manager. One clear point, no over-apologizing.
We talked about deadlines, being honest early.
We talked about meetings, openers, small contributions.
We talked about introductions, title, role, one personal sentence.
We talked about not understanding, asking politely, confirming.
And we talked about skills reviews, feedback, development.
That's a full day of workplace English.
And listeners, you didn't study any of that. You just listened.
And listening is how English enters you, naturally, without pressure.
The words settle, the patterns settle. And when you need them,
They're there, waiting, ready.
that's how language works, slowly but surely.
Okay, let's do one final conversation, a full workplace moment from start to finish.
I like this idea. Let's do it.
Imagine it's a normal Tuesday, late morning. You bump into a colleague in the hallway.
Let me start.
Go ahead.
Hey, Sage. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Ash. I'm okay, a little tired. We had a long meeting yesterday.
Oh, yes, the project meeting. How did it go?
Pretty well, I think. The manager gave us some feedback on the plan.
Good feedback or not so good?
Mixed, honestly. She liked the timeline, but she wants more detail in the budget section.
Ah, more detail. Okay, that's useful to know.
Yes, and she reminded us the deadline is next Friday, so we need to move quickly.
Do you have everything you need?
Almost. I just need the numbers from the finance team.
I can help with that. I have a good contact there.
Really? That would be great. I appreciate it, Ash.
No problem. I'll send you an email this afternoon.
Perfect. Thank you. I'll update the report once I have the numbers.
And if you have any questions, just let me know.
I will. And hey, are you joining the team lunch on Thursday?
Yes, I'm looking forward to it.
Me too. It'll be nice to step away from the desk for a bit.
Exactly. Okay, see you later, Sage.
See you later, Ash. Thanks again.
And pause. Let's look at that.
A completely normal workplace conversation, nothing forced.
It had small talk, a project update, feedback, a deadline mention, an offer to help, a social moment.
Everything in short, clear sentences.
Nothing complicated, nothing that required advanced English.
And it sounded professional and human.
That's the goal. That's what workplace English feels like.
And you can have that conversation. Listeners, you really can.
You already understood most of it, maybe all of it.
That means your English is already working.
You're already listening, already learning,
Just keep going, one day at a time.
one conversation at a time.
And some days will feel harder than others. That's okay.
Some days the words come easily. Some days they feel stuck.
Both are normal. Both are part of the process.
You don't need to be fluent tomorrow.
You just need to be a little bit clearer than yesterday.
And today, you listened. That counts.
That really does count.
Okay, Sage, one last thing before we close.
What's that?
Let's give listeners 3 phrases. 3 phrases they can use tomorrow, at work.
Oh, I like that. Just 3. That's manageable.
First one, do you have a moment?
Simple, polite, works with anyone, your manager, a colleague, a new team member.
Do you have a moment?
Say it once, quietly. Feel how it sounds.
Second one, I'm working on it.
Confident, calm, shows progress, not excuses.
I'm working on it.
That phrase handles a lot of situations with just 4 words.
4 words, a lot of professional power.
And third, just to confirm.
To check your understanding, to avoid confusion.
Just to confirm. Then you repeat what you heard.
Just to confirm, you mean the report is due Friday.
Clear, professional, respectful.
3 phrases. Do you have a moment? I'm working on it. Just to confirm.
Use one of them today or tomorrow.
Anywhere, anytime. They're ready when you are.
And you're ready too, even if it doesn't feel that way yet.
The readiness comes quietly. You'll notice one day It just got easier.
And you won't even know exactly when it happened.
That's how language grows. In the background. Slowly. Steadily.
Without you even trying too hard.
So don't try too hard. Just listen. Just use what you can. Just forgive the rest.
And come back tomorrow or whenever you need us.
We'll be here.
We always will.
Thank you for spending this time with us today.
Truly, it means something that you showed up, that you listened.
You did the hard thing. You stayed.
And that's what growth looks like. Quiet, consistent, real.
Take care of yourself today.
And we'll see you next time on Easy Job English.
Goodbye for now.
Bye, everyone. You're doing great.